So with Boruto 2 Blue Vortex being released, I think there's a lot of things that we genuinely missed as a fandom, such as the flaring death flags of a beloved character. Now the character that I'm talking about is Sarada Uchiha. Now you're probably wondering, why would they kill Sarada if her plans is to become the 9th Hokage? Now one thing to answer that question is that not every character that has a goal makes it to the end of the series. Now we know that when Boruto was first getting released, Kishimoto literally said that he wanted Boruto to be way more darker than Naruto. And as of right now, where we're at in the series, I definitely think Boruto is on the same level of darkness as Naruto was at this stage. It's only going to get darker from here on out as the story will progress. Now the reason why I have Sarada dying is because of her parallels between her and Boruto. Now out of everyone in the new generation, Boruto and Sarada are the only two shinobi that have actually inherited the soul and will of a shinobi. And you can say that's because of their family lineage, as Sarada's parents literally are Sakura Haruno and Sasuke Uchiha, with Boruto's parents being Naruto Uzumaki and Hinata Hyuga, with Naruto being the literal Hokage for the leaf and Sasuke being the Shadow Hokage traveling the world searching for Otsutsuki. But the thing about it is that both of these kids look up to the other parent, with Boruto looking up to Sasuke wanting to be the Shadow Hokage and Sarada looking up to Naruto wanting to be the next Hokage. And it was even to the point where Sarada even admitted that she wished Naruto was her father sometimes. And this goes all the way back to Naruto Gaiden, when Sarada followed Naruto out of the village just to go meet Sasuke. And ever since Naruto Gaiden, Sarada has just had the goal of always wanting to become Hokage. And at first that goal was looking believable, but ever since the introduction of Kaoki, that goal is looking slimmer and slimmer. In Boruto Naruto Next Generation Chapter 1, we saw Kaoki say the age of shinobi is over, with Boruto responding with the iconic "I'm still a shinobi." Now judging by the context, it's looking like Boruto is indeed the last shinobi standing against Kaoki, which then in turn raises the question of what happened to Sarada, as even if you look on the stone monument, Shikamaru still isn't on the stone monument. Granted, if we would have saw Shikamaru being the 8th Hokage back then, everybody would have went batshit crazy. And with Kaoki being the villain at this point, it's safe to assume that everybody found out that he was a fraud. As we know, back in Boruto Naruto Next Generation, Ada let off a jutsu called Omnipotence. Well, fast forward to 2 Blue Vortex, it seems like people are starting to catch on, with the motto literally confirming that he knows he modified Kaoki's body, but he doesn't know when he did it. And then he puts 2 and 2 together that maybe his memories have been tampered with. And with Shikamaru inside listening into his conversation, it's safe to assume that Kaoki's downfall is coming very soon. And you're probably wondering, what does Kaoki's downfall have to do with anything? It has to do with a lot, as Sarada is the only one opposing Kaoki right now, and is the only one vouching for Boruto's innocence. And it's obvious as to why Kaoki didn't kill Sarada during the time skip, as it would have just blew his cover and made him even more suspicious. Now back in part 1, Kaoki would actively show his dislike to the shinobi culture. It got so bad to the point where him and Sarada even got into a fight. In my opinion, I think this is where we get the first red flag for Sarada, as Kaoki was literally able to get the best of her. Granted, she didn't have her Sharingan on. Kaoki was gonna do serious damage to Sarada in that fight, which is why Boruto had to step in. Now Sarada and Kaoki's relationship in the manga has always been kind of rocky, but you can tell there's always been some sort of respect and sympathy from Sarada's side, but over time that relationship has gotten rockier, which brings me over to my second red flag for Sarada. Now back in part 1, when everyone found out that Kaoki did something to Naruto and Hinata, there was a brief altercation between Boruto, Sarada, and Kaoki, and that's when Kaoki would say all shinobi are destined to die early, and then would go for the killing blow against Sarada, but then again Boruto would end up saving Sarada, and that's how Boruto ended up with his scar. Now you can see the pattern with Boruto saving Sarada from Kaoki. Now as of right now, I think we can all assume that Boruto is not going to be in the lead for the entirety of 2 Blue Vortex, so Sarada and Kaoki's relationship is probably going to get even more toxic than this, which brings me to another point that I found on Twitter, and that was the fact that Boruto could have his own Obito moment, as we know that Obito awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan after seeing Rin die to the hands of Kakashi. We know that Boruto as a series likes to parallel a lot from Naruto, and after rereading Boruto extensively to see if there was anything that I missed, I've noticed that there's a lot of similarities between Boruto and Obito, which brings me back to why I think Boruto is going to have his own Obito moment. Ever since the start of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, there's been a lot of focus on Sarada, especially with Boruto and Sarada's relationship. It seems to me that Kishimoto wants us to see Boruto's and Sarada's relationship, which means he could be cooking up something big for the both of them, as it's clear he's trying to emotionally attach us to this couple. And this is where one of the newest villains comes into play, as we have a new villain called Hidari. He's one of the Shinju, a Shinju clone based off of Sasuke Uchiha, aka Sarada's father. We know Sasuke got turned into a tree after a battle with Code, But the reason why I bring Hidari into this is because his main target is Sarada Uchiha. We learned that the Shinju all have their own personal targets that they want to eat, and it's obvious that we are going to see a Sarada versus Hidari fight. But the question is, how is Sarada going to fight Hidari when we know Hidari is literally on a whole nother level? He should be assumably stronger than Prime Sasuke, and the fact that he has his left arm, and I'm assuming that he's going to have that left eye as well. How is Sarada going to fight off Hidari? Now the simple answer is that she's going to use her Mangekyo Sharingan ability, but even then I still don't think that Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan abilities is going to be enough for her to beat Hidari. I do think we're going to see a team up battle with Sarada and Boruto against Hidari, and this is where I think Sarada is going to eventually meet her fate, because as much as people love Sarada, she isn't as strong to hang with the Shinju, as I don't think there's any Mangekyo Sharingan they could give Sarada that's going to help her against Hidari. And also this fight is also going to be super emotional, as Hidari doesn't know who Sarada is. He doesn't know that Sarada is technically his daughter, and the way Sarada is, I don't think she'll take lightly that her father is technically trying to kill her, which brings Boruto into the equation. We know that Boruto is Sarada's protector. Now every other situation where Sarada has been in harm's way, Boruto has always been there to protect Sarada. I believe this is going to be a situation where Boruto doesn't make it in time, and the shock factor to Boruto seeing his master kill Sarada, in fact his master killing his own daughter, is going to send Boruto over the edge, as Boruto is going to feel as he's failed Sasuke. Now I don't want to beat a dead horse, but this might be why we see Boruto's Jogan. Now Sarada is definitely going to be the catalyst for something big, as in my opinion she's the wildcard character in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, as there's a reason why she was unaffected by omnipotence. Whether she dies and something big happens because of her death, or she just might do something extraordinary. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What are you guys' thoughts on Sarada dying? Do you guys think Sarada is going to die? Let me know in the comments down below. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and also follow my Twitter, link in the description. And I'm out.